Scott, before we get into the second week's dreadfully painful action at the World Cup. That included the soccer heart dismantling of my favorite team. I think we should tell our fans that we will be doing only one more World Cup show at the very end of the tournament.
Yes, that's probably a super important thing that we should let our fans know, Maya. Also, I am very sorry for your gut-wrenching, heart-stabbing loss in week 2.
I will survive, Scott, though it was a little painful. Okay, let's get started with our hellos and the Group A through H play for the second week of action.
Sounds good, my friend, sounds good.
Hello everybody.
Yes, hi everybody.
Hopefully you noticed that we have moved from a daily to a weekly video update posting for the World Cup of Group Play.
Yes, hopefully you all noticed that we weren't on YouTube this past week.
Scott and I thought we were in your faces a bit too much, so we took a step back. We think you will all be okay with that.
Yes, I think they will be, Maya. Let's get on with the summary of Week 2 Group Play results, starting with Group A. In the first match, Ecuador played very well and tied the very strong Netherlands team, 1-1.
Good on Ecuador to gain the draw with the Netherlands. In the other match within Group A, Senegal beat the host country, Qatar, 3-1, eliminating them from advancing out of group play.
The game next Tuesday between Senegal and Ecuador will probably determine who advances with the Netherlands to what I like to call the Sweet 16s.
Indeed, it is sweet to advance from the group play at the World Cup, Scott. So Scott, Group B play had a surprise for everyone, as Iran beat Wales 2-0, with both goals coming late in the contest.
Wow, in the other game in Group B, there was yet another scoreless tie between the USA and England.
Interesting. So all teams, I can see, have a chance to advance next week. See Scott, these draws, scoreless or not, make the last games of the group play super fascinating.
I suppose, Maya, I suppose.
In Group C, I would have to say that Poland should be delighted that they got away with a victory over the very determined Saudi Arabia team.
Yes, the stats indicate that Saudi Arabia outplayed Poland during the match, and they really did. Except Saudi Arabia just didn't put the soccer ball in the net. The Saudis had the ball 2/3 of the time, and took almost double the shots on net than the Polish team did.
I can see that Poland is gleefully clicking their heels to their next game, against the resurgent Argentina team.
Indeed, the powerful Argentina team bounced back with a confidence-building victory over the stubborn, gritty Mexico team, 2-0. This will help Argentina make its way to where we predict they will be after group play, that is, advancing to the Sweet 16s, Maya.
Yes, Scott, and everyone can see that the games next week in Group C will absolutely determine who will advance, win and you are in for sure, Argentina or Poland.
For Group D, the standings are just a little tight, wouldn't you say, Maya?
Yes, McFooty.
During Week 2 play, Australia defeated Tunisia, who outplayed the Roos, but still lost. The score here was 1-0 for Australia.
Australia was outplayed, and unfortunately for Tunisia, they moved into last place in Group D. Also, they have to play the undefeated French team next in group play, which won't help them to advance.
Congratulations, Australia, on your win, and keeping your chances of advancing still alive.
In the other Group D game, the formidable French team won, 2-1 against Denmark. This was expected by many fans.
So, like we said about the Group C teams, Australia and Denmark should take note, win, and you should be in.
As in many of the groups, Group E has become extremely congested because Costa Rica unexpectedly beat Japan, 1-0.
Costa Rica did get the victory, but generally speaking Japan outplayed them during the match. Unfortunately for Japan, they had 22 fouls in the game, which I think contributed to their defeat to Costa Rica.
In the other Group E match, Spain and Germany tied 1-1. Interesting times for Group E next week, I would say, interesting times.
Okay, I guess we will have to talk about Group F, despite your mournful cries during last Sunday's Group F games.
Yes, the dagger was applied to my soccer heart team, as Canada was eliminated in advancing to the Sweet 16s by a world-class team, Croatia.
Well, Maya, Canada did get their first goal ever in the World Cup, which is really good.
True.
I also think that their inexperience showed a little during the game.
Maybe. In the other game, Morocco beat Belgium 2-1.
A little bit of a surprise, I would say.
Agreed, and Belgium might be in trouble next week, as they have to play the mighty Croatian team.
Like many of the groups, interesting times are approaching for them.
On to looking at Group G play, Scott. Well, Scott, as we thought might happen in Group G, though nothing is finalized quite yet. It looks like the game between the two S teams this week will decide who advances with Brazil to the round of 16.
Yes, that is true, Maya. With Brazil defeating Switzerland 1-0 in Group G play, Brazil's 2 wins should get him through to the Sweet 16s.
In the other Group G game, Serbia tied Cameroon 3-all, leaving Cameroon a slim to none chance of advancing, especially because they have to play the mighty Brazilians in their next game.
So, as we expected with the S teams in Group G, that is Serbia and Switzerland, if you win your next game, you should be advancing to the next round of World Cup soccer action.
In the 8th and final group, which is Group H, we had Ghana beating South Korea 3-2. The loss by South Korea has really hampered their chances in advancing to the next round from Group H, especially since they will be playing the undefeated and powerful Portugal team.
Yes, Portugal is strong and should advance to the next round of action, especially after beating Uruguay 2-0 in their second game.
The game that should determine the second team in Group G of advancing is Ghana versus Uruguay. Again, the old, but true saying of, win and you're in, will apply to both Ghana and Uruguay this week.
Yes, Maya, that is so true. Okay, fans, we would like to remind all of you that we will not be returning with our final show until after the World Cup tournament has concluded. This is due to a number of cutbacks on our channel's programming. Sorry.
We appreciate and would like to thank all of you for watching our SOCKEY Talkie shows so far. Of course, we hope all of you will return for our final episode at the end of the World Cup tournament.
Yes, indeed, Maya. Goodbye everyone, and see you soon.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Scott and Mia asked me to ask you if you can do them a favor and share their video clips with others. Also, they would love if you all could subscribe to the chat channel. Thanks everyone, and bye for now.